I'm dunking a square on.
Yeah, I think I got that backwards.
See what happens. Oh, there.
All right, put a square in there. All right, we're about to wipe in 10 seconds, so. Hey, I'm going in the hole.
Does anyone have a
that seems fun.
cylinder?
What was that, Def?
Nothing.
Hell yeah.
Intriguing.
I messed that up. I should have had Def get 2 triangles, because then he would have dunked on Tim.
What's the end goal, Nucci?
So create the 3D solo rooms, create the 3D shapes outside, and dunk it on the individual, whatever you're able to create. So like in that instance, Tim, you had triangle. You had.
I was holding triangle on my statue when I was in the solo room, and after trading and stuff like that, I had 2 triangles on my back wall.
Yeah.
So if I killed my knights, 2 triangles would have dropped.
Yeah, and I should have. We should have had Def have the 2 triangles, because then he would have been able to get dunk triangle on you. So I think that's what.
Oh, I see your goal now.
Yeah.
Was that Frosty?
No, you wanted Def to make a pyramid and then.
Yeah, I wanted Def to make the pyramid, not have Tim make the pyramid, because he can't dunk on himself.
Right. So you're trying to get the shapes to the other solo people to make.
Because then we wanted Tim to make cylinder, because Frosty had already had cylinder, so he could have dunked on Tim, or he could have dunked on Def. Tim would have made cylinder, dunked it on Frosty, and then Def would have had prism and dunked it on Tim. And I'm thinking, if for some reason we don't have the correct shapes, you can dissect from the outside room
to provide the correct shapes.
Yeah, but then I don't know how you'd put a shape back in there. So I don't know if I'm on the right. I'm probably not on the right track, but
it's a wild tangle of tracks. All right, so we're gonna try that again, just with living.
It's up to you guys.
Have we established any connection between the shapes that you put in the friend room? Does that affect the solo rooms at all? Because the shape disappears at some point, right? I'm trying to remember what those conditions were.
And I think it's when they're dunked. That was the dissect.
If you guys were, if you guys were dunking into statues in the friend room, I wasn't experiencing any changes in the solo room.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can do it wrong out in the friend room, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if you guys saw any feedback, because
Whatever we do out here, like if we do it wrong, it just changes all the shapes.
Okay, I have...
Also,
I have an idea, I just can't explain it. Which means it's probably on the right track.
Yeah.
Just can't use my words.
Not gonna lie, Dev. If you can't explain your own idea, that's one complicated ass idea that you've.
It's not actually that complicated. I'm just shit at explaining things.
Oh boy.
Okay, so here, let me just word dump real quick. So the wipe screen says shadows removed.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took me this long to realize it's probably the shadows on the wall, which are the shapes. So I'm thinking for the people in the solo rooms, you've got like 2 shapes on the wall. So you have to take that shape and dunk it on the statue that's holding the other shape that makes the shape outside, and then that removes the shadow. It doesn't actually pass it to the next person. If it does pass it, then you probably dunked it on the wrong person, because maybe someone else has to get rid of it. And then the people in the friend room have like 3 shapes that they have to get rid of, but maybe when you do the dissection, it gets rid of the shape in the front. No. Sorry, I'm getting my. I'm trying to figure out what causes the shapes to disappear in the friend room.
Right.
And maybe that's just the people in the solo, or maybe that's just the people in the solo room correctly doing their shadows makes the solo room shapes go away.
Does it say dissect when you're in the solo rooms?
No.
It says register.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Register splinter.
So I'm thinking the people in the solo room have to combine a 2D shape with the 2D shape that the person's already holding to make the 3D shape that's outside, and that will get rid of the shadow. And then once you've gotten rid of all of the shadows, then maybe the friend room people do the dissection, and that triggers something. I don't know.
What does do the dissection entail?
I guess
I
it
think
would be
the people
what
outside create the shape.
the
that
3D
matches-
shape.
Yeah. So I think you're. Yeah. So it's. I think that's kind of what I was along the lines of.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
you create, and maybe you don't need to pass it along or whatever. You don't have to pass everything along, but let's say Tim has prism, right? Or pyramid. So
Yeah.
it's triangle, triangle. So we need the other two people solo, or one of the people, if they have triangle, triangle, dunk on Tim to remove the two triangles, right? Outside creates triangle, triangle, or, two people get the triangles, and then they dunk on Tim to dissect it.
Okay.
And that's just Tim.
Yeah. I think yes. I think that's pretty much what I was going for.
So it may not necessarily have to be. I'm thinking it of as one person just creates the shape and then dissects it, but maybe I'm probably just overcomplicating it. Maybe we just do, if one person has the shape and the other person solo has the other shape, they dunk it on the third person's. And then if the third person is the one that has it, then you will have to transfer it over. Because from what I've seen, and maybe I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, you can only have 2 knights in the solo rooms. So you can only have 2 shapes.
2 shapes.
Well, no, if you pass them along, they'll keep spawning.
Well,
but then it'll still only be 2 shapes.
What do you mean by pass them along, though? Yeah, you have to pass the shape before you get the third shape from somebody else.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, what do we want to try?
So I want to try the solo rooms, trying to quote unquote remove their shadows by completing the shapes that are in the friend room.
Okay.
On their own, in theory, not involving passing at all. But if the shapes don't work that way, then maybe we will have to. But
what do you mean by removing them on their own?
So, let's say in the solo room you see a statue of Tim, and he's holding a triangle.
Ooh.
And then the shape outside. Yes. And then inside you pick up a triangle, you stick it on Tim, and then I think that quote unquote removes the shadow. And then since you have 2 shadows on your back wall that alternate, you do that twice on the 2 people you can dunk on.
Okay.
And then if all 3 solo rooms do that, then maybe something happens, and or friend room has to do something.
Okay.
This is frustrating because I can perfectly envision it in my head, but I do not know how to explain it.
So then
I get it.
So one person has. All right, so Def, you're holding triangle,
Mhm.
and let's say Frosty and Tim are the other 2 solo people, right? So Def is holding triangle. Are we saying that we want Frosty and Tim to dunk triangle on you to remove the shadows from on their side?
No, they should dunk whatever my 3D shape is outside. So if I'm holding a triangle and my 3D shape is a cone, they should each dunk a circle on me.
Okay.
Both dunk a
And
circle. Okay.
if neither of them, or if I'm one of the people who has a circle, then I can dunk my circle on one of them to pass it to them, and then they can dunk on me. But every solo person should dunk 2 symbols on each, one on each of the statues to create the 3D shape between the shape they're holding and the shape that they dunk.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
See that.
Okay. Have we verified that in the solo rooms, the shape that people are holding are always one part of their 3D shape in the friend room?
We've not paid attention to that yet. No.
I think it has been the case. But
I think it has been as well.
Let's verify, but yeah, I think that has been
That's
the
a pretty
case.
strong indication that we're on the right track, I think, if there's a permanent link there.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So that's something to achieve.
Yes. And then for people in the friend room, you can just kind of chill for now. Like we've figured out one thing that needs to happen to at least light up a pillar. I just don't know if that has to happen before or after.
All right.
So
Inside these solo rooms, from left to right, we've got me, Frosty, the horny warlock, with a circle.
Oh.
Then we've
Okay.
got Lawrence in the middle with a square.
Then a
And on the
cowboy
right, we
with a
got
triangle.
Cowboy Jacob with a triangle.
All right, so let's go with Def. Def symbol out here is a cylinder.
what?
Okay. Def
I'm
is
Def's not a
in
statue.
here.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh no, sorry. Frosty is a cylinder.
Let's use descriptors instead of names.
Horny,
Yeah,
Left is
horny.
cylinder.
Left.
Left is
Left
cylinder.
is
Left
cylinder.
horns. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay, got it.
I am currently holding both a circle and a square in here, flashing on my back wall.
Fuck. Oh, no, Bruce, kill me.
What is your 2D shape
A
that your
circle.
statues hold? Okay, so you want to be dunking a square?
Square.
Yeah, dunking square left.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jacob
And
and
so-
Lawrence dunk square left.
I do not have
Do both of
squares. I
you
only have
have a-
triangles.
Okay, so that means Frosty needs to send Jacob a square.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Give me that square.
And then Jacob, you need to dunk something on Frosty.
Okay,
Jacob,
I'm
I've
gonna.
given you a square.
That was a weird sound I just heard. I'm gonna send you a triangle in a second. I just gotta kill this guy. Okay. Where's my shape? You can give me a shape, knight. Okay, hold on. I gotta kill another knight. Okay, I'm bringing a triangle to horny warlock. Here it comes.
Okay.
Wait, I may have messed up giving you. I still have square circle here.
You want this
No,
triangle?
that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm giving you a triangle.
So we didn't cover who had what on the back walls. That was my bad. But no, that should.
I now have all three square, circle, triangle.
Yes.
And then
Okay, so Lawrence, you dunked something successfully on left.
Yes, the square. Because I have a circle
Okay.
there that
Okay.
completes the
Square,
cylinder, yeah.
And Jacob, you dunked.
I dunked a triangle on Frosty.
triangle.
And I just got a square. Where do you want me to put this square?
On
Also on Frosty.
Also on
Left side.
Frosty. Square inbound Frosty.
All right.
So I guess we'll test it this way.
I have
Peop-
cylinder right now.
My back
do,
wall is
yeah.
only a circle right now.
Okay.
Mine's
Okay,
only a
next
triangle.
cylinder.
Yeah, go ahead and try it, Nietzsche.
I got like everything.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
mine
don't know
froze
if this
up.
is-
It's a triangle only, which seems
Okay,
interesting.
Nothing happened.
Which should be the shape that we're holding in our rooms, right?
we also
It
have
is now.
triumph fail.
Yeah.
Because it's the one
Yeah.
shape we didn't eliminate. Not yet, anyway.
I mean, maybe that's
Yeah.
it. Maybe just getting rid of the shapes that aren't
Okay.
on our guy.
So, and that did not light that one up. Okay.
Do I need to put a circle on somebody? Because that's the only shape I can move around.
About to die.
On myself,
don't-
maybe? If I'm a cylinder?
You
Oh, wait,
can't
you
put
can't
on
do
yourself.
that. That's right. Huh.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess if maybe we need to eliminate the two shapes for everybody else. And
Yes.
so-
Yeah, we
because
need y'all
like
to tell us which ones
the,
those
the
are.
shadow freezing on the wall, that seemed kind of significant.
Yeah, I
That
mean, I
means
think
you
it
just
means
held
somebody
one
eliminated
shape.
one of the right shapes in your
Yeah.
room. So if somebody had dunked a circle on me after that, that should have.
Maybe if
Yeah.
we.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Notice
maybe.
that we have shadows removed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Frosty, did you dunk anything?
Yes, I gave 1 square to Jacob.
Use the
Bathroom.
restroom. Quick, be right back.
And Jacob.
I gave a triangle to
Sent-
Frosty.
And Lawrence gave me a square.
Yes. Okay. Wait, what shape were you though?
I was holding a circle, and on the
Oh, yeah.
outside, I believe I was a cylinder.
Cylinder. Yeah.
And then I gave my square to Frosty as well. So
you
then
gave your
all I
square
was,
to
and I was
Frosty,
left with a
Lawrence gave
triangle.
circle to Frosty. Who else gave what to who?
Lawrence gave something to somebody? No, Lawrence is
Lawrence gave-
outside, right?
Yeah, no, Lawrence was in here.
Okay.
Lawrence gave me a circle,
Yeah.
and then
So like
I gave,
Jacob and Lawrence did the correct thing, and that's why Frosty had 2. And
I
then
had like 5.
Frosty had a lot of shapes.
on the the shadows remove.
Yes, rotating like crazy between all of them. Oh,
No,
on
but
the
like on
shadows
the
removed?
wipe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just one for the wipe screen score of shadows removed.
Somebody had 2 though.
It was, I think Jacob.
Yeah,
'Cause
that was
Jacob
me.
gave.
I gave a triangle and a square away to Frosty.
Hey, why does that make sense? Okay, I don't.
The statues. The damn statues.
So what did you guys have on your walls at the end there?
At the end,
Yeah.
I had a triangle. I had an unmoving triangle.
Okay, so you got rid of 1 correctly.
Oh, my bad. What is it? What are we doing now?
Def's thinking through.
I'm just my brain's fucking melting right now. Okay, so Jacob received a square and dunked that correctly, and he also sent a triangle because you started with 2 triangles, right?
Yes, and then I gave a triangle to Frosty.
But your what was the shape on your wall?
Initially,
Yeah.
2 triangles.
Yeah, okay.
I only had triangles.
Who so Frosty, you sent the square to Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
And what was your shapes on the wall at the end?
Like 5 of them.
Okay.
We're all
Because
dumping our
people were
shapes on a
sending you
Frosty.
shapes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I guess
so
4
it doesn't
4 of them I had.
it doesn't do what I thought it did. Okay.
What was I just? I was just thinking something that sounded interesting. But it got away, and now I'm trying to catch it again.
I believe you.
Fuck. Lawrence said something that got me thinking, and now I lost it.
Maybe we just
Lawrence-
need to look for patterns of like.
Lawrence has good ideas, man.
Lawrence has really good ideas.
So I think it's maybe we just need to verify that certain patterns are predictable. So I think maybe we look for a hard correlation between the 3D shapes that they're holding in the friend room and the 2D shapes that they're holding in the
Oh,
solo
yeah.
rooms.
That's a good point. We forgot to.
If we can like
Realize
100%
one room.
verify. So there's
Yeah.
like 2 questions I have there. One is everyone holding the same shape in each individual solo room? Which is like take me for example, am I holding the same 2-dimensional shape in all 3 of those rooms?
Yes.
We
I think-
did
Yes,
verify that earlier. I
Okay.
Yeah.
believe.
Yep.
Okay.
That is
Okay, that's
also
good.
says. Mhm.
Yes.
And then if that shape is always 1/2 of the 3D shape, then that also
Correct.
says something.
That is also true.
That is true.
Are we sure?
We've not looked at that yet. No.
Yeah,
we haven't double checked that. Let's double check that.
Okay, what are we double checking?
that.
We're going to have a correlation of the 2D shape. So, like, if someone's holding circle, is a circle part of their 3D shape in the front?
Right.
Yeah, always.
Okay, read me the 3D shape starting from left.
Starting from left, it is a pyramid, so 2 triangles.
Yep.
In mid is a cube,
Yep.
and on right
Oh,
it is
well-
a sphere.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Left, mid, and right are the same every time, right? They don't move around.
The physical locations of the statues, or
Yeah, between the friend room and the solo room.
Yeah,
it's
those
always
are the same. Always the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can always just call them by location. That's okay. What do we got on walls? I have triangle and nothing else.
I got double circle.
Double
Okay,
square.
and then, okay. So mine does
all-
correlate to my shape.
That means none of you have a
all
square.
already holding your shapes that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a circle. I'm holding a circle.
Hey. So what does that mean?
We can't even match them because they don't have any squares in their ecosystem. So that maybe we can pass them that somehow.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of these to do
Wait,
anything
we
with
don't-
them.
That what? No. Nietzsche has 2 squares.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
I have 2
Oh,
squares.
We've got all the. We always have all the
Yeah.
shapes we need.
so each person has 2
Yes.
Yeah.
every
Yep.
time. Okay.
Yep.
Every
So like
time.
my initial thought is that, so for example, if I need to have a pyramid dunked on mine, I would send my 2 triangles, one to each person, and then they would dunk the triangles on me, and that would successfully do a
Oh.
something.
Okay, so if there's 6 shapes total in the solo rooms, did those 6 shapes always perfectly compose the three-dimensional shapes?
So far, it seems that
In some
way.
combination,
I
yeah.
think.
If
Is
it's
it
always
not
a perfect-
always 2 of each? I may be wrong, but it feels like it's always been 2 of each in some combination.
It's cube,
Yeah, oh, it is
sphere,
now,
and
you're right,
What's,
yeah.
what's left? What's the left side?
Pyramid.
Pyramid.
Yeah,
Double-
so
double
it's.
triangle.
I mean, this is pretty
Apparently-
perfect. Two
Yeah, this-
spheres, 2 squares, 2
Yeah,
triangles.
Yeah.
So it seems like it always gives you enough to make the shape 3.
Okay.
Shape.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what do we want to try in the next minute?
I would say, well, try to have the 2 shapes that compose your 3D shape in your area. So it's like your
They
back
already
wall
did.
should have the 2 shapes.
So we
that
already
make the
have
3D shape.
that.
That is
Yeah?
what we spawned with.
Oh, that's what you spawn with. Oh. Oh.
So I'm saying that I would give my 2 triangles to the other 2 solo people so that they could dunk it in my statue to make my shape, because
Okay.
I can't.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna do that with. I'm just gonna give my shapes to others.
Well, hold on. Only have 1 person do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, we get really
Yeah.
discombobulated. With
Yeah,
all
we only have 20
I didn't
seconds, so
know that
somebody
you
got to do it.
spawned with those parts already. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Oh yeah, of course. That's how they explain the math to you.
All right. Anybody gonna try something?
It's too late.
Blech. Blech. Okay. Let's do it again. What the fuck? I just saw Frosty's message in the fire team chat.
Sorry.
Just blah, 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 sphere. Mid pyramid.
Whoa, did we lose?
Oh,
Never.
somebody is
Yeah,
gone.
It's my stupid graphics driver. Gotta love it.
Nice.
Coming back. Yeah.
All right.
So it seems that we always have, in some combination with the 3 solo people, all the shapes we need to make the outside shapes.
But we can just never. We can never dunk on ourselves. So we just need to. Just. Ugh. My brain.
Like, I think we just need to distribute the shapes.
Yeah.
So that people can dunk in combination to make the shapes. But
Does that mean that each solo person has to dunk a 2D object twice for each?
I think so.
Oh, we got to be fast.
That's why I
guess
think
if
you
the
can
rules are
create
long.
it on your side because you can carry
Yeah.
2 shapes.
So are you saying create the 3D?
That was
shape?
my initial thought.
Okay.
That's way harder. But yeah.
So like I would say,
Nope, there's
if Jacob had a cylinder, I would be like, okay, I need to get myself a circle and a square somehow. And if I don't have those, then someone else has to pass it to me.
Correct.
Hey, birds be chirping.
Okay.
I mean,
Glad you made
it in theory, it's the same thing as the other 2 people dunking the right shape. But to Lawrence's point, that might take a long time.
If I have the time, I want to explore the lighting up of the pedestal in the friend room too. Because
Yeah.
it seemed like it was semi-reliable
Piccolo,
doing the sort of
this is the hardest
math,
one.
Yeah.
shape math. But then, yeah, after the first one seems to always go and then it doesn't. So maybe we have to light up a pedestal on our side. Well, no, we didn't have to do that before when we got to the ghost phase. Intriguing.
Like it definitely has to happen. I just don't know if it's before or after the solo people do
Yeah.
something.
Did we ever, for the people on the outside, did we ever dissect the incorrect shape?
That
So like,
yeah,
if
that
it's
did happen a couple
cylinder,
times.
Do we know what
Yes.
happened?
It like changed
No.
all the shapes.
It reset the glowing pillar stopped glowing and then it just kind of changed everything.
yeah.
So that's if you dissected the opposite.
The wrong thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So what if we dissect?
I don't think
shape.
we've successfully tried to outside people dunk the correct shape to light up a pillar and then wait for the shapes to change and then outside people dunk the next correct shape.
Mm-hmm.
Have we tried that?
No, not that I can remember.
Okay.
Because the lot, like what I was observing that doesn't make sense, which is why I want to observe it more,
Yeah.
was that the first interaction always worked, but then the second one following the same logic did not.
On
And
the
if that's
friend's side.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So that that definitely indicates like order or like sequence of events.
Yeah.
But there seemed to be some positive feedback there that we haven't really followed up on.
Yeah, I'd also like to see if we can get a second one to light up without doing anything special. By just dunking what would be correct.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try something. Goal.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
more than one lit up.
I say let's experiment with the friend side for a bit and
So are we
Because,
ignoring the solo zone right now?
well, I mean, I think